how did you get into having a team and working your
Yeah.
processes so you weren't actually cleaning the windows?
Yeah. So once I knew I had enough work, like I had about $8,000 worth of work, I was like, all right, it's going to cost me like, $3,000 to get 2 part-time guys, like 30 hours a week or whatever. I could be off my numbers. You guys get the point. So I was like, I'm going to hire 2 guys. And then I essentially, once they were trained up, I would meet with them in the morning. I would send them out to do the jobs. And if they needed anything, they would either call me or I would show back up. And then I would go out and do all the sales all day. So continuing to door knock, posting on social media, meeting with property managers, all of this stuff, making sure we had a full pipeline. And then I was like, you know what, dude, I'm getting like really tired of selling all the time. Like, I don't want to start the month at 0. I want to have like recurring contracts. So then I was like, what can I do that's recurring? And we were making pretty good money in window cleaning, and we were getting a ton of requests for pressure washing. So we got into pressure washing as well. So we had kind of like an exterior cleaning crew out there with like 2 to 3 guys. Well, then I started going to commercial buildings and I was like, do you guys need like commercial cleaning? And I just started hitting everyone up and getting bids. And I had about $4,000 worth of recurring commercial cleaning going. And then I ended up talking to this huge, it was like, I mean, this is a small market. There's less than 50,000 people in this market.
Sounds like my town.
Yeah, it is. It's State College, Pennsylvania, or Penn State is. It doubles when the students are there. There was this facility. It was 350,000 square feet, and it came across as a home advisor lead. And we went in there and we walked it. They wanted trash taken out every day, 24 bathrooms with multiple stalls cleaned every day. It was 100 toilets per day. They wanted all the floors buffed, stripped and waxed, all the carpets cleaned. I mean, like a full service janitorial thing. And I had 2 guys on my team and I had no money, like no cash saved up. And I just bid on this thing. It was $12,000 a month. This is a $140,000 contract. And I ended up getting this thing, dude. Ended up getting this huge contract.
Hold on, slow down. How did you know you were bidding the amount that was actually going to make you profitable?
I didn't. That's the thing. But like, I would just ask really good questions. I'd be like, so like, tell me about your budget. And he's like, well, I can't tell you what it is, but like, I can tell you it's between 10 and 15,000 a month.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And that was after I talked to him a couple different times. And then one of my other friends was bidding it. And he's like, I don't want anything to do with this. This place is freaking huge, dude. And we don't have the team for it. And I was like, well, what are you guys bidding it at? And he was like, well, like we didn't put a bid in, but like we were to do it, it'd be like 15. And I was like 15 a month. And I was like, all right, well, this is probably going to be high, So then I ended up bidding it at 12,000. I bid it at 13,000, I think, a month. And the guy's like, you're in the ballpark, but it's still a little high. And I was like, you do it for 12. Then we settled on 11,700. And then I did an introductory 2-month offer for him at 10,000 a month. And I was like, look,
to win it
2 months. Yeah. I was like, look, we'll do $10,000 a month for the first 2 months. If you guys don't feel like we're a good fit, we'll walk away. If we're a good fit, we'll bump it up to 11,700 after that.
And you got a year did you actually have a contract or was it just verbal?
We had a contract.
Oh man, makes it even better. I love it.
Yeah.
Dude, so now how did you decide, all right, I've got this building. Now I'm fixing to have to work 80 hours a week with my 2 guys? Or did you say, okay, I think I can complete it? Or you ran through it for a trial run and realized how long it was taking? Tell me that.
All right. So this is where the story gets really interesting. So the 2 guys that I had working with me, the winter was coming up and they realized they weren't going to be doing pressure washing and window cleaning. And I was going to move them over to the other accounts. They didn't want to do it. And they both quit at the same time. So I had hired 2 guys to help me with this contract. The one dude quit the week before. He told me a week before that he wasn't going to come in. The other guy quit 2 days into the contract.
Oh, man.
So I have this huge place. There's 500 trash cans that need to be taken out every day, dude. 100 toilets. Like, I cannot stress, this place was huge. Like,
you're working 24 hours a day just trying to do your job.
When we had to do it between the hours of 2 and 10 p.m. And it was a government building. So we had to have like security clearances. I had to like drug test people. It was this crazy thing. So like literally every day I would just like scour the internet with like my friends and Facebook and like reach out to people like who can work today that could pass a drug test and that could get a security clearance to go through here. It doesn't have anything on their record. And I swear to you, dude, like I would get calls at like 11 a.m. and we'd have to be there at 2. And I'd be like, let's rush down. Let's get you a drug test. I'll tell them that's in progress. Bring your birth certificate, your passport, whatever. We'll get you in. And then I would have no one for Tuesday. And the same thing would happen. And I did that
Jeez.
every week for like a month, dude. And I remember I got the flu one time and I went in there and I'm like throwing up in between cleaning these bathrooms. Like I would throw up in the toilet and then I would clean it and then move on to the next bathroom. So like the thing is that I'm trying to prove a point of is like these companies, and you probably have a million stories, the exact same thing of hardships and just being like, dude, screw this. This just sucks. But like to have the vision in mind to know where you're going, there's that quote that says, a person who forgets the ultimate is a slave to the immediate. If you just think about what you're doing in the moment, it's gonna suck. But when you think about what the ultimate goal is to build a big business that has teams and systems in place, that's why I was able to leave my company for 2 years and let it run without me because I put the work in leading up to it.
Yeah. I've had these conversations before with others, and there's a confidence in myself that lets me know that I will be great in whatever great is to you. Great to me is to be financially independent, to be able to have successful business, to be able to have great investments, do what I want to do when I want to do it. And I know that is me. Whether I am sitting there cleaning a toilet right now, trying to work up to that, it's like you said, the vision is there. And there is something that takes place mentally when you sit there and declare, like in the mornings, I will sit there and get up and talk about where I'm going to be 5 years from now, as if it is today. And it becomes a part of your DNA. It's like you can't move outside of that. Does it mean you won't have bad days? Absolutely not. You're going to have days where everybody calls in and you're sitting there throwing up in the toilets you just cleaned. But that is not an everyday thing. And now you're sitting in a position because you were willing to push through. I think it goes back to grit too. I mean, if you don't have that push and follow through, then you're going to give up. I heard somebody say most people give up on their dreams, or they quit on their dreams right as they're about to walk through the door of their dreams. And you just never know what tomorrow holds.